Underground tunnels that serve as secret bunkers crawling with aliens and lizard people. An array of strange symbols linked to the Illuminati and the New World Order. Sinister murals that hint towards the world apocalypse. And a cursed blue horse sculpture with piercing red eyes known as Lucifer. These are just some of the many strange conspiracies you might have heard about when flying through Colorado's Denver International Airport. Ever since its construction, outlandish rumours have been a hot topic among conspiracy theorists. And in recent years, ones the airport itself has fully embraced.
Welcome to Illuminati headquarters. Denver International Airport.
But mysterious murals and odd symbols might not be the only thing you've noticed in Denver.
By now, you've likely experienced some turbulence navigating around the construction at DIA.
As America's third busiest airport, with over 58 million flyers in 2021, Denver's racing to keep up with increasing passenger demand, and its $4.3 billion reconstruction project is aiming to complete by 2028. But it hasn't been without unexpected delays, all of which seems to be further raising suspicion among the conspiracy sleuths. So how does the world's weirdest airport plan to accommodate more travellers? And is it really all just a cover-up for something more cryptic going on behind closed doors? Welcome to one of the world's strangest construction projects. Denver International's pretty much always been shrouded in controversy. Before opening back in 1995, its construction was a target of public opposition. Many believed the original Stapleton Airport was perfectly acceptable and that any new facility would just bring more traffic and pollution to the area. But Stapleton was already bursting at the seams, and the site wasn't nearly large enough for the size of expansion needed. So in 1989, Colorado began building an entirely new airport on the northeast edge of Denver, far away from anything else, and Stapleton was abandoned completely. The project didn't go well. The airport was supposed to complete in 1993, but a complex design, financial struggles, and some contractual disputes meant the first plane didn't take off until 16 months later in 1995. By that stage, the whole thing was $2 billion over budget. People began to question things, and it didn't take long before several conspiracy theories began circulating. Why was construction so delayed? What was that extra $2 billion really used for? Tunnels housing a new innovative baggage system failed to work properly, and a dedication plaque bearing the symbol of the Freemasons, a legitimate secret society, all raised eyebrows. The airport's strange artwork only added fuel to the fire. Many were also suspicious of the airport's sheer size. When construction was completed, it became the largest in the US by surface area at over 130 square kilometers. That's twice the size of Manhattan. Just like Stapleton, Denver began having trouble keeping up with increasing passenger demand over the years, and its facilities were aging quickly. Designed to handle up to 50 million people a year, the airport saw nearly 60 million pass through in 2021. And those numbers are going to grow to nearly 100 million over the next 8 to 10 years. To get ready for the future, Denver has devised a plan, and in 2018 it started work on two major construction projects. First off, the Great Hall is undergoing a $2 billion renovation. Transport to the gates will also be improved by adding and replacing outdated train cars. In the second project, concourses are adding some 39 new gates, creating space for more passengers and more planes.
We have Vision 100, which is really aimed at preparing all the different parts so that we're able to handle all the passengers. So the Great Hall program will add the capacity in our terminal to get people to the gates. We'll be increasing our security checkpoints by over 60%.
The Great Hall work is being done in 3 phases. Each aims to enhance airport security, improve overall operational efficiency, and increase capacity. Phase 1 was completed in late 2021 and created nearly 3,000 square meters of additional space for the Jefferson terminal. It also modernized the check-in space by installing self-bag drop units.
But Phase 1 of the Great Hall didn't come without a great deal of pain for air travelers.
You have to just be willing to read the signs and ask questions. Pay attention and know where you're going.
Similar to the challenges seen in the airport's original construction, the project hit some turbulence early on.
Phase 1's completion is nearly 2 years behind schedule.
According to a report filed by Great Hall Partners, the contractors in charge of the project, the delays were down to the concrete. The material found in the terminal was weaker than expected and could not bear the weight of the equipment. Due to safety concerns, construction was halted completely. But when it was tested further by the airport, no safety issues were found. A load of back and forth was set off between the contractors and Denver International, and the internet got a whole new pile of fodder for its conspiracies.
So the original Great Hall project was going to be completed through a public-private partnership, and that contract ended up being terminated a couple years ago. Now we're moving into the program where we aren't using a concessionaire.
That concessionaire is Hensel Phelps, who was brought in to complete the project instead. In 2021, Phase 2 finally took off, and that looks set to finish by 2024. This phase includes redesigning a new security checkpoint with improved technology. Much like European airports, the updated plan will see smaller groups of 30 to 40 people going through 17 lanes of security instead of all queuing up in one long line. Additionally, the balcony of the Great Hall is going to be extended out to create more space. Meanwhile, it wasn't until 2022 that the city's council approved the third and final phase of the project. Phase 3 will add yet another security checkpoint and new check-in areas for all remaining airlines. It'll also upgrade facilities like bathrooms, floors and lighting. Overall, the airport hopes the final project is going to be wheels up by 2028. Now, like most construction projects, the renovations at Denver Airport have been pretty noticeable.
Walls are being torn out, retail stores moved, and some escalators aren't even there anymore. This is what it looks like in the airport's construction zone.
Giant white walls block off sections of the terminal's ongoing work, and nothing sets off conspiracy theorists quite like that. But instead of letting the rumours hold it back, Denver's taking advantage.
Our former CEO, Kim Day, she loved that we could show some personality. And yeah, we wanted to do something fun and creative to talk about the construction. And we like to embrace the fun side of things. So we developed a campaign around the conspiracies to go in the Great Hall.
Plastered along all these white walls are quirky posters alluding to the airport's conspiracy theories. There's even that talking gargoyle that interacts with passengers.
It's because of the conspiracy. Oh, it's because of the conspiracy. Look at me, I'm a little know-it-all.
The marketing stunt has proved very successful for the airport. According to the public relations team, these efforts have resulted in over $1.5 million worth of publicity. Of course, if you were sitting on the actual Illuminati headquarters, then a fun little media campaign like this would be a great way of throwing people off the scent. You won't be surprised to learn that the official line in response to these conspiracies is all a bit dull. The artwork is just artwork, and the odd symbols merely represent the idea of a new international and global airport. And as for the tunnels...
Really, our tunnels are just to get baggage through the airport and, across our concourses.
Of course, Stephanie would say that, because that's what she wants us to think. And when we pressed her further about any other theories...
I cannot speak on that. I will neither confirm nor deny.
Together, the gate expansion and the Great Hall projects hope to help Denver Airport as passenger numbers continue to rise over the next few years.
We're also looking at additional runway capacity. So we currently have 6 runways that are operating. The original layout for the airport had 12 runways identified. So we're just starting the environmental work to take a look at where to put that 7th runway and anticipating it would be needed within the next 10 years.
In all, Denver seems to be on track to navigate its challenges and complete its work by 2028, ready for the first major meeting of the New World Order. We mean increased passenger capacity. If I disappear in mysterious circumstances after this video comes out, then please never stop asking questions until you find the truth. If you enjoyed this video and you want to get more from the definitive video channel for construction, make sure you subscribe to the B1M.